Okay.
Okay. And then, Erica, you're going to be submitting the questions and responses.
Okay, so how do you guys want to do this? Because I'm sure we all have our list of 5. Do you guys want to each go through and read your questions and kind of answers you think whereabouts you want to go with it, or what do you think?
I emailed my questions and answers to everybody.
Okay, I think I replied mine to that too. I wasn't sure if we were supposed to or not, so I just wanted to be safe and do that.
So we didn't go over our roles before we hit record, so do we need to do that again?
Yeah, let's do that again.
Okay, I guess I'm the group leader. This is Josh for today.
All right, I'm the summarizer.
I'm the meeting organizer.
I'm the recorder. I'll be submitting the minutes.
Eric, I didn't hear anything from you when you talked.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
She's here, right? Yeah, she's here.
Yeah,
she's here.
Having technical difficulties.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Awesome.
Now we can hear you.
I'm the evaluator. I'll be submitting the questions and responses.
Okay.
All right. And then the purpose of the meeting is to come up with our interview questions and come up with a consensus on the ideal response to each.
So everybody's got 5 apiece. Do you guys want to go through and read each one, go through all 25 of them, or what do you guys think you want to do?
Yeah, we can do that. Mine are pretty lame.
Mine, I'm pretty sure I got asked in my interview for my job now, so.
Well, and part of the problem I found was that I don't know what an accountant, all the stuff they need to know, so some of my answers I put are something I might be looking to see in an answer. I mean, I don't know all the stuff they do or all their terms and whatnot, so.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll start. Okay. But mine are pretty basic. I have, how do you handle difficult situations? What kind of educational background and experience do you have that pertains to this job? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And why do you want this job and why should we choose you? So.
Okay.
I don't know if any of mine are very good.
Okay, I have one. Which accounting platforms have you worked with? And how do you answer questions from clients who do not have any background in accounting? What strategies do you use to detect fraudulent entries in a journal or a ledger?
I've got that one too.
How can you define departmental accounting? Something more specific, I guess.
Okay. Mine are, was that it? Was that all 5 years? Okay. Mine are, what do you consider the top 3 skills of a great accountant? Describe a time you made an accounting error and how you handled it.
Oh, that one's good. I like that one.
Yeah, I had one similar to that.
Okay. We should write that one down for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I also had, which accounting platforms have you used in the past or are you familiar with?
Mhm.
Number 4, what do you do when you have a tight deadline and multiple accounting projects to finish? And then I also, again, had what strategies do you use to detect fraudulent entries in a journal or ledger?
Mhm.
That one's good too. That's probably really important.
Yeah.
You both put that one down.
Okay, so we got 2 questions now so far.
Yep. Mine were kind of more of like behavioral interview type questions. I had to explain a difficult situation and how you fixed it, so kind of like that one.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what makes you passionate about accounting? What are you looking forward to most about the position? What are you looking forward to least? And then what do you feel you would bring to the company if brought on as an associate?
Okay.
I like the difficult situations one and the what would you bring, the last one.
Okay,
Mhm.
so
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, let's write down the last one.
Say anybody that's certified as an accountant can do the job, but figuring
Mhm.
out what they'll
Yeah.
bring to the team is important.
right, what makes you stand out, basically.
Right.
Okay.
So the questions I had were, what is an accrual? Have you done any work related to payroll?
Mhm.
What is the difference between accounts receivable and accounts payable?
That's good.
When a company is using double entry accounting, what elements of a given ledger must be equal? And then my last one was, if a company has 3 bank accounts for processing payments, what is the minimum number of ledgers it needs?
I would totally not get the job if you were interviewing me.
No, and those are the ones I skipped over. That's what I was saying. I don't know what any of that means, so it was for me to write that
I,
down.
I didn't know what that meant either. The only one that actually had an answer was accrual.
Yeah.
So, and these were I found all mine on like Glassdoor.
Yeah. I read through a bunch of those and just had to click X out of it because I didn't even know what it was asking me. So kudos to
Pretty much. I was
I
like,
didn't know
so
question.
yeah. Okay, so which one of those last ones were we going to use? I think we had 4, right?
we had the explain the accounting error you made and how did you fix it. So that's pretty much the same as the difficult situation.
Okay.
What was the other one of yours that we wanted to use, Josh?
Describe a time you made an accounting error and how you handled it.
I have that one.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. The other one was
What strategies do you use to detect fraudulent entries in a journal or ledger?
yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so we have that, and then what will you bring to the team
Mhm.
that Erica had? So of the rest of them, we need 2 more.
I wrote, what kind of educational background and experience do you have?
Mhm.
I don't know if that, I guess their application would say that though.
Right.
I mean, I think it is still because you can. It basically goes one line on a resume, and if doesn't really give you a chance to expound on that until you get into an interview. So,
Right. Can you go
So
more in
something
detail on your educational background or something like that.
Yeah. A lot of employers ask you questions from your resume to make sure that your resume is real and not made up.
Right.
So previous education and experience. And then there was another one somebody read that I thought was good. Let me look through here.
There was a platform one someone said also.
Yes, that one.
What accounting platforms have you used?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, does that put us at 5 or is that 4?
That's 4 or 5.
What was the 5th? The passionate what we bring to the team?
No, so we have the explain accounting
Platform.
error you made and how did you fix it? What strategies do you use to detect fraudulent activity in a ledger? What do you feel you would bring to the company? What
That's
previous experience have you had? And then what accounting platforms have you used? Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now we just have to come out with answers
Mm-hmm.
to the questions.
And what I'll do is I'll email those two URLs or whatever. I'll just send an email to you guys. That way we can have that for there. So if it's one of those that one of your guys' questions, just do that.
I totally don't. Who? I don't remember where we got all the questions from now. The educational background one, I have a link for that.
Okay.
So mine was literally a question that I got asked in one of my interviews. I'm like, do I just put CapitalOne.com on there? Like, I don't know. Like,
I just copied and pasted it to our chat, I think. Maybe not. It didn't let me.
it did something. I
Oh,
don't
it
know.
did. Yay.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
the link for my question. The educational one.
Oh, it just went to me.
Oh,
was supposed to say I
well,
didn't-
that's okay.
Yeah. All right. I will copy it and put it in a Word document really quick. Or tonight.
All right. Which one do we want to start with?
I would say just kind of go from the top and work our way down.
I kind of have a bunch of notes scribbled in one circled. So which was first? Describe a time you made an error.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Now, so my question is, do they need to be like full-blown answers or like what we're looking for in the answer?
I would
Like,
say what we're looking for in the answers.
because that one's going to vary, but
It says come
Yeah,
to a consensus on the ideal response to each.
okay,
yeah,
so
because it would depend on what you're using or what kind of accounting you're doing. I think if we're employer interviewing somebody, I'm looking for who's going to do what's in the best interest of us, or what's going to protect the company, that type of thing.
right, so we're looking
and that's
for
kind of how I answered some of these because I don't know how they would handle all that.
right, so we're looking for like detail. Did they do the ethically right thing? Because typically, if there's more detail, it's harder to make up as much detail. So
Yeah. Well, and here's what I have, and you guys can take from it what you want or add to it, whatever. But I would double check the work to be sure it truly was an error. I would then immediately inform my supervisor and any other necessary members of the team. I'd review the incident with the supervisor to see exactly where the mistake was made and work to not make that mistake again in the future.
Mhm.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, other than that, I don't know. I've never been an accountant. I don't know each process and whatnot. So
Yeah, I don't either. I repo cars, so so that one is good. And I'm definitely for just like emailing your responses to the ones that you have. That way
Okay.
they can just be all in like one place.
do
I'm taking notes, but
do you guys want to add anything to that, or do you just want me to email what I have and then we can put in whatever else or take away?
Just
We
email
could
them.
maybe mention like checking with company policies or something.
Okay.
Like, does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that's really good.
so like make sure it's an error, check company policies, take to manager. Yeah. And then the next one is what strategies do you use to detect fraudulent activity on a ledger?
Well, the answer I have for this question, I use proactive monitoring features in the enterprise resource planning platform I use, alongside manual spot checks. The automated monitoring catches errors and anomalies that may indicate fraud. I conduct a thorough investigation and double-check the numbers to discover what happened.
That is on point.
Yeah,
say
just
that.
go ahead and email that right
That's
over.
perfect.
I think you nailed it.
Oh yeah.
Well, you have that question and the answer to it in the email I sent to all of you.
Okay.
Check real quick.
That one's done. That one's done.
Mhm.
Erica, I can copy and paste that to you real quick if you want.
I believe I have the email. I had it all go to my phone, so I think I had it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have Brian's, Tarek's, and Kyla's in here, so we're good there. Cool.
Did it happen to show my response to Tarek's email? Because my
I
response was my questions. If not, I'll send you a new one.
don't see the response. I just see the initial email.
Okay, I'll send you a new one with that one.
Okay. And then I am for the what do you feel you would bring to the company? I said I'd bring my passion for helping people and protecting the company and its affiliates to the best of my ability.
Maybe add, you're a team player, or
Yeah.
Eager to learn.
Mhm.
I like those.
And then the next one is what previous experience have you had?
Whose question was that?
It was yours.
Oh, I didn't write down a
What
link
kind
to
of
that
video?
one. Okay, so
Actually, I think you put it in here. Yeah, that's the link you sent me in the chat.
it is okay.
Yeah,
Because
what kind of education
I wrote them
background?
on paper before I wrote them on the computer. I had to go back and be like, oh no, I don't have links.
So with that one, I mean, working with different accounting software. Because in our, let's see here.
We also want them to have like an associate's degree or something.
Required associates in accounting. Yep, that was one of our requirements. So
Yeah, so anything listed above that would be a bonus. Bachelor's, master's, past that. And then experience. I mean, that's pretty straightforward, either previous jobs or if they had any, I don't know, internships or something while they were in school or.
like that one, we can't really like be too detailed on the answer because
Yeah.
the
I
jobs.
think that one's.
Right.
And then what accounting platforms have you used? Let's see. That
Other
one's
than
gonna
an
be
Excel sheet and maybe QuickBooks, I don't even know what other
right.
platforms they use.
I mean, now they have Google Sheets too, but I don't know if they really use that or not. It's basically
Well, and
Excel.
again, and again, that's something that maybe we don't go into specifics on which one, but make sure they're using, an up-to-date, recent, or what kind of the profession standard is, that type of thing.
Right. So basically Excel, QuickBooks, and others like it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Something, yeah, just as long as it's not like, Windows 98 or something super outdated, that type of deal.
Are you familiar with the most current Excel spreadsheet? Yep. Microsoft Dynamics GP. That was, nope, that was Terex. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have that one too. All of them written down. And Josh, you're going to send me the email with your answers to questions 1 and 2,
Yes.
right? Okay, cool.
So I only have the one, and then I can send you my answer for the other one. But Tarek had also emailed you that answer, and his sounded a little better than mine.
The
what strategies to detect fraudulent
Okay.
entries in a journal ledger. I'll go ahead and send it
Yeah.
also if you want to, if his doesn't have something, mine does, but his sounded pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, it sounded like you've done it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. Mine is about 2 lines of basic jibber jabber.
hmm Very much what mine would have sounded like for that one.
So aside from that, first, this is side note. Do we each need to post this to YouTube, or does just the recorder do that?
Okay,
I
so
missed the last one, so I'm kind of lost.
the recorder doesn't do that. The recorder is going to submit the minutes.
So, I mean,
And so
whoever
Brian,
listed on that deal, whoever's job that
Yeah.
was there, are they the only one that does it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Brian is the only one.
Yeah, Brian.
Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't send 100 things to duplicate. So,
Yeah, and then we all have to post a self-reflection and then save the draft. And then, Josh, you're gonna make sure on Friday night that it gets submitted, all of our
Okay.
stuff.
sure.
Did we get all of our questions answered?
Yeah, I do believe so. Yep.
All right, so then the next part
And
is
then-
to identify who is responsible. We just did that.
Yep.
That-
We wandered into that one. You guys also have all the web pages and stuff for those too, correct? All the URLs and
Yeah.
stuff for our questions. Okay.
Did you get them, Erica?
I think I'm missing the explain an accounting error you made and how did you fix it? I'm looking for it
Okay, yeah.
again now.
I've got that.
You got that one? Okay, yeah, just
Yeah, I've got that. I'll send it with the question and
cool.
and that
And
stuff.
besides that, yeah, I have all that. Like I said, mine, I'm gonna have to go like look back at interview paperwork.
Yeah. And I think if you can't find anything, I think as long as we put under there, this is a pretty valid question that, you've had in the past actual experience with it, but couldn't find it. I think
Right.
that would suffice any question sheet.
Right. Oh yeah.
All right.
All right, everybody good?
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I
I'll
think we're
have-
good.
And I'll have the questions and answers posted probably Thursday.
Okay.
I'd say that way everyone can review it before Josh submits it on Friday.
Perfect.
Okay.
So, all right,
All right,
awesome.
sounds good. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I'm going to
All
stop
right.
recording then.